and welcome to my channel. My name is Monique and this is Between the Pages with Monique. Today we are doing a video on my top Black authors that if they write it, baby, I'm gonna buy it. Today I'm going to feature so many of my favorite authors, so many books that are out there that go unnoticed. And I just wanted to bring some to the table, you guys. If you have not heard of some of these authors, check out their catalog. I'm going to be sharing with you some of my top authors that I love to read. So you guys go ahead and like, comment, and girl, go ahead and subscribe to your girl's channel. I would love to have you over here. But without further ado, let's jump right between the pages. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to convince y'all, if you don't already know, about some of the top Black authors that I absolutely love. And if they write it, girl, I'm going to buy it every single time. So let's go ahead and start the video with our queen, our girl, Miss the Kennedy Ryan. Kennedy Ryan is one of those writers who can write a story that captivates your heart. She can draw you in so that you get to know the characters, that you can relate to the characters, that you can understand their story, their strive, their zest and will to make all kinds of relationships flourish. Like, the dynamics of her characters are so good. Her female main characters, her male main characters, girl, they just be top tier. Now, you know, she wrote the Before I Let Go series. I want to say that's the Skyland series. I'm not really sure, but the third book is coming out in May, and let me just show you guys, I have already read these two and I cannot wait. Look at the cover. This was actually one of my top reads for 2024 2024. I loved This Could Be Us. This is absolutely just beautiful. I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive. So yeah, the Kennedy Ryan, you cannot go wrong with a Kennedy Ryan book, girl. So next we have another author that I absolutely love, you guys. And that is Miss, y'all already know, Tiffany D. Jackson. Tiffany D. Jackson. I absolutely love, if you're not, she writes like YA, but the characters are so deep. You can relate so much to them. I just love the way she writes. I love how she flushes out the character. I love how she draws you in. Even at your early age, you can relate. Even at my big age, girl, some of the stuff that they go through, I still go through, boo. Tiffany D. Jackson, she is one of my favorites. And if she writes a book, I highly would recommend you go ahead and pick it up, girl. Now, this author I am new to. I really just got into his books, you guys, and I am so glad that I did. If you do not know who Daniel Black is, he is another one that I want to get more of his catalog. I want to dive into his writing. This book was recommended by, I want to say, Kayla Bookish Vibes. She did not disappoint. The story, although I did not have these struggles with my sexuality, however, the struggle between how our parents raised us back in the day, oftentimes, you know, if you had food on the table, a roof over your head, clothes on your back, y'all know those are old school sayings, then they loved you. You know, nowadays we show our kids like hugs and kisses and we tell them I love you. We're very emotionally involved with our children. But sometimes back in the day, they just didn't have all of those tools. And this is one of the books that captivated my soul. When this father wrote a letter to his son and validated his feelings. He apologized. He acknowledged. He poured into his son so that his son could have some peace as he transitioned on into, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but Daniel Black, Don't Cry for Me. this was a 5-star read for me. This was a 5-star read for me. So I'm excited to dive into the next part of this series. I already have it downloaded on my Kindle, girl, and I just need an emotional break, girl, before I dive into it. So, but yeah, Daniel Black, he's another one. So next we have, girl, y'all already know, honey, Mr. S.A. Cosby. S.A. Cosby. You guys, this is one of my favorite authors. He just writes a story and have you wanting to fight the air, hug on the characters, fight the ops, all of the things. Girl, this book was so good. And all of the praise he gets now, he deserves. I mean, Ike Randolph was out of jail for 15 years when not so much as a speeding ticket in all times, but a black man, when cops knock on the door, you already know to be afraid. Baby, somebody unalived his son, and he found himself partnering up with a character that he would normally not be friends with so that they could solve or figure out who did this to both of their sons. Baby, the way I read this book like, I want to say in a day and a half. I just couldn't put it down. I couldn't put it down, girl. And I know he has another book coming out too. And some girls was lucky to get the arc, but it wasn't me, girl. But when it drops, I will be getting it, and I will be reading more from this author. He is definitely one of my favorites, and he is definitely a must buy. So next on the list, if you like urban fiction, urban romance, if you like urban romance, girl, I got some bangers for you. Let me start with let's start with Robbie Renee. This I have not read, but I did read Somebody's Wife. Baby, finished it in a day. It was so good. So good. It is the tale of you never know what you got until you don't have it no more. Amen. I'm going to sip some coffee to that. Robbie Renee, I love her writing style. It's like your cousin sitting around a table and she talking about her relationship with her boo, her husband. It's like your girlfriend sitting around and y'all having y'all cocktails and y'all just talking freely about y'all feelings. That's how she writes. And it's so good. I love me some Robbie Renee. I went to a black-owned bookstore here in Houston and I picked this up and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to read Somebody's Husband. This is new to my collection, and yeah, she has a nice catalog too. So if you have not read any of her books, I highly recommend Robbie Renee. So next we have, this author is new to my collection. This is The Love Lyric, and this is by Christina Ford. And she also wrote The Partner Plot. I like little cute romance rom-coms, and I like the way she writes. This is one of those books that in between reading something like heavy, like a S.A. Cosby, something like a, Tracy Dion, like a fantasy or something of that nature, you can just pop in a real cute little romance and girl, get your whole life. This book was actually on my TBR, and when I saw that it came out, girl, I went right and picked it up. And so, yeah, this is another author that I would highly recommend. Her name is Christina Forrest, and this is The Love Lyric, and I can't wait to dive into this book. So next on let's keep up with the urban genre. Brittany Cherry. I love her writing. You guys, she is just so good at writing characters that you remember. She writes so beautifully, so you can feel the culture in her writing. And that is what I'm looking for when I'm reading an urban book. I want to feel my culture, baby. I want to feel all the things. I want to feel what era we're in. I want to feel what they're wearing. I want to feel how they're talking. I want to feel all of the feelings. So she is one of those authors that I love collecting her books. I think I have another one by her right here. This was really good, you guys. This is the mixtape. This is also one of my books by Miss Brittany Cherry. So yes, I would definitely recommend, if you do not know or have any books by this author and you're looking for a good urban read, baby, Brittany Cherry is a girl. I would be remiss if I did not tell you about the Ashley Antoinette. Ashley Antoinette. I do not have a lot of her books, but that's only because, baby, I listen to them all on Audible. Oh my God. I absolutely love Ashley Antoinette. If out of all of the urban writers, if you want to pick up a book to get your whole life, this is A Moth to a Flame. Baby, this is Flint, Michigan. A good die young and people left standing in the grimace of character with rim over the city drug trade. Benjamin Atkins. Baby, this book, I absolutely love this story. This is a story about Raven. She also wrote the Ethic series, and when I say I ate them up, I want to say, is it like 7 or 8 books in the Ethics series, and then she got the Butterfly series. I finished the entire Ethics series. I didn't even know that. I think I was supposed to read this before I actually read the Ethics series. So I did not read them in that order. I did the whole Ethics series, then I did this, and now I want to start the Butterfly series. That is on my summer TBR, because in between all of the drops, in between all of the good authors, baby, I want to read her books. Her catalog, her pen, fire. I love me some Ashley Antoinette, baby. So good. So next we have Sadiqa Johnson. If you know, then you know. Sadiqa Johnson is one of those up there with, to me, a Kennedy Ryan. Her books are so good and so jarring, and you feel like you knew the characters, you knew somebody was this character. It was your auntie, maybe your cousin, maybe your grandmother back in the day, sitting on a porch. I grew up in Bluefield, West Virginia, and girl, I know what it's like back in the day. I also am from the DMV. When you bring up Howard and you start talking about U Street and you start talking about all of the things, baby, ate this up. She is actually one of my favorite authors. And anytime somebody is writing about the District of Columbia, baby, I love that for me. And I love that for you. And that's why I'm doing this video, girl. She writes it, I'm buying it. If I'm not mistaken, let me look, girl. I want to say, did she write Yellow, White? Yes, duh, right here. I ate that up. I actually, that's back there. I have that. That was a 10-star read. Off the charts. This was a good read for me too. I absolutely love this book. And baby, I felt like I was at Howard. I felt like I was on the yard. You couldn't tell me I wasn't in the story, girl. You could not tell me that. But she's another author that if she writes it, I'ma buy it, I'ma read it, or I'ma listen to it, girl. So next on the list, we have, y'all know Tia Williams gonna make the list. Y'all already know. A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. This was a 4.5-star read for me. This was really good. I like the way she write. I love me again. It's something about the up north, the northern vibe. Like if it's in New York, DC, Atlanta, which Atlanta is south, but you know what I mean. Baby, it's going to do it every time. This book eats. I loved this story. And then a little bit of romanticy that was in it. Like, I didn't even see it coming, because sometimes I pick up books and I don't always read the prologue, because I just want to jump into it. I knew this was popular. I knew people were talking about it. She also wrote 7 Days in June. 7 Days in June. I absolutely love. Look at this cover. Look at this cover. Baby. I love this book as well. This was well written. It was in Reese's book club. Deserved it. Tia Williams is one of those other authors that I absolutely love. I want to give her flowers. She deserves it all. And yeah, she is another one of my favorites. Let's see here. Last but not least, girl, Tracy Deonn. I just finished this, you guys, and this was a 5-star read for me. You could not tell me that I was not Bree. You could not tell me that I did not go underground when them demon creatures was flying, and you could not tell me I did not bust a 1-2 on them. You couldn't tell me that. I was in the story. I was at the school in my head. I love this book. So now I know that although fantasy is not my typical genre, I know that I can read a fantasy if it's based in like a real world, so to speak, or a world that I can relate to. It can't be too far to the right, too far to the left. Baby, right in the middle. This hit home. I love this book. So I finished this probably about a couple days ago, and I already have Blood Marked, which is on my TBR for April. And as you guys know, I did go to the book signing event for Oathbound, and I met Tracy Deonn. She came here in Houston, and she was amazing. She was sweet as pie. I absolutely loved it. Y'all look, this came with the little book. How cute is this? Oh, I don't want to mess up my page, so I have this like in here. But yeah, I absolutely love her writing. I cannot wait to learn more about Bree Matthews. Also, you guys, this is not the last book. There is one more. She told us when we met her that this actually was a book that she put in the middle after Bloodmark, because she wasn't ready for Bree's story to come to an end. She wanted us to know that it's okay to rest. It's okay to dive into a character and flush her out. And in this book, from what I gather, this is more of her story. This is more of what's in the middle before we get to the end. And I already know our girl gonna go out with a bang on that 4th book. I cannot wait. But in the meantime, I got the series to keep me busy. I love her writing. She is another one that if she writes it, girl, I am buying it. So I did want to mention Elle Kaysen. Elle Kaysen, she wrote Demon's Dream, which is right here. I absolutely ate that up. That book is a thick. I read it on all the devices, you guys. I read it on my Kindle, audio, and physical, because it was that good. It's that thick, and I needed it all to get through it because it's thick. And I typically do not like really thick books, because I like to, just read and keep it going, y'all. You know how that go. But she's another one, Elle Kaysen, that is a automatic buy for me. She's very good. And last but not least, I like also, you guys, I didn't pull this one out, but Rhonda McKnight can write like, I don't want to say, this is not like a historical fiction, but I like books that are about characters and our ancestors back in the day who owned shit. Like who had land, who had family money and dynamics, and who lived good. You know what I'm saying? Who lived off the land, who prospered. It's about a love story and grief and family and the dynamics that can go on between siblings and aunties and uncles and all of the good things. This was one of my best reads. I think this was like 2023, one of my top book of the years. This was such a good read. This is Bitter and Sweet. She also wrote The Thing About Home, which was one of my top books. I really like her writing. Those are the two books that I have from this author. But if you are interested in another feel good, but like a period kind of piece, like a read, she writes very beautiful. She writes so that the characters just sit in your heart. Like when you finish it, you'll sit there like, wow, that was a good book. That was a good ass book. Yeah, that's the kind of time she's on. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys leave a comment. Let me know in the comments some of your top authors that you like to read, your automatic buys. Girl, if I'm missing some good ones, let me know. I would love some more recommendations from authors maybe you know about that I don't know about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you over here.